Water was the most difficult issue when the farm was constructed. Due to the steep terrain, it was difficult to accumulate and store rainwater, resulting in a water shortage that affected farming and people's livelihood. Thus, water conservancy engineering and development of water resources were the priority during farm construction. In 1963, the water engineering project was completed, but the volume was low. From 1968 to 1970, further water supply engineering choices, including Wuling Reservoir, Xinrengang Water Conservancy Project, and Ruiyan River Water Conservancy Project, were debated. The last one was carried out eventually, and the construction took more than a decade. The work was completed in June 1982. The 22-kilometer water supply, deep in the mountain, was finally operational, a major factor enabling the continuation of local development. At present, following government policy, the area once used for agriculture is now reserved for forest and the water supply for business usage. With everything that needed to be organized, in the early days of the farm, the council devoted manpower, supplies, and budget to the development of the land. Mr. Frawley, director of the U.S. Security Branch, greatly assisted the development of the fields and introduced various types of fruits and resources. Mr. Frawley himself also inspected and supervised the progress frequently. Through the 60s and 70s, Mr. Zhang Jingguo paid close attention to the farm. The Yimin's well-being and daily supplies were Mr. Zhang's main concern. Qingjing is geographically suitable for growing Chinese herbal medicine, and planting was carried out as a key development for the farm. Successful varieties were then grown by the veterans and Yimin. In 1968, temperate fruits such as apples, peaches, plums, and pears were introduced from the US and Japan, with technical guidance provided by professors from the Agricultural College of Zhongxing University. 2004, following the government policy of reserving highland for rehabilitation, the Qingjing farm became a tourism-based operation. High mountain vegetables were introduced in 1963. Vegetables were grown under fruit trees to prevent weeds and for extra money. With the farm on track, in 1970, mushrooms were added to the planting. Suitable wood was taken from primary and secondary forest for mushroom cultivation. Artificial inoculation method was applied to enhance mushroom growth. In the 80s, green landscaping work promoted the planting of temperate flowers, with the goal of creating a little Switzerland in Asia. As for cattle breeding, Qingjing took over several pens from Nantou County government. With subsidies from Mr. Frawley and the Agricultural Rehabilitation Committee, the Livestock Center of Jianqing Farm was established. Yellow cattle was received from Nantou County government. After crossbreeding with the introduced cattle, soon the number of cattle exceeded 100. The pen became a tea-making factory. Free ranch management was applied. Under the guidance of foreign experts, the ranch went from weedy to well-maintained fields over the years. Current breeds include Angus and Hereford. free-range pigs around Siyuan Pool. The pigs moved around freely in the daytime and returned to the pen when the sun set. A bell was used to call them in. Turkeys introduced from the U.S. During Thanksgiving, the turkeys were delivered to embassies for meal preparation as an expression of goodwill. Sheep breeding began in 1964. Introduced from Australia, the sheep adapted well in the fields. Dozens of Corriedale sheep were introduced from Australia in 1980 to improve breed quality. The numbers of sheep continued to increase after that. A pilot shearing show was given in 1997 by Grant Wallace from New Zealand and his wife Wu Huitzi, and sheep shows were officially begun in 1998. Though the shows were initially affected by the 9/21 earthquake, in 2000 even more activities were added, such as sheep herding, sheep shearing, sheep auction, sheep introductions, and lamb feeding, which made the event a big hit. While in the beginning the farm was developed by veterans and Emin for agricultural applications, now it is a site for tourism and recreation. It is poised to scale new peaks of achievement.